Good morning, everybody. First, let me say sorry for doing the videos kind of out of order in terms of instead of setting these and posting these the day of completing a day, doing them the next day. This weekend has been completely crazy. So it is what it is, and I apologize. Yesterday was crazy. I was not really home most of the day and did not get home until evening last night. And between getting the kids ready for bed and all that stuff, it was just crazy. Oh, so needless to say, yesterday my schedule's all jacked up. However, I did stick with my reset food. Um, but yeah, my meals were pretty messed up in terms of timing. For example, I didn't get to eat my lunch until I think it took me almost 2 hours just to even eat my full lunch, and then I didn't even get to eat it or finish it until like around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then which put me at eating dinner last night like around 9. It was ridiculous, and I wasn't even hungry at 9, but I wanted to put something on my stomach so I wouldn't put my body into starvation. And here comes my daughter. I think it's morning time. Good morning. So yeah. So first off, let me just say that my day was really crazy. Wasn't home for most of it, but I did stick with my food. And yeah, so food was really good yesterday. Pretty filling. Let's see, for breakfast, I had fresh seasonal fruit. So I ended up choosing cantaloupe and strawberries. They do suggest that you eat fruit that's on the low glycemic chart, meaning it's low in sugar. So those two were on there. Berries tend to be on there. Melons tend to be on there. So those are the two that I chose. Plus yogurt, plain organic Greek yogurt, sweetened with a little bit of organic maple syrup. I was supposed to have toast with it, but I really wasn't feeling having whole grain toast, so I didn't eat it. But I was full by the fruit and the yogurt, so it was good. For lunch, like I said, it took me about 2 hours to eat it, and it was very filling. It was a lentil lime salad with a nori roll and a microgreen salad. So I've talked about the microgreen salad before, and it was yummy, and I did the sesame ginger dressing again. And then needless to say, I did not get a snack in. And then for dinner, I ended up just doing leftovers from a couple nights ago because I still had some left, and it was the corn tortilla stuffed with brown rice, black beans, corn, avocado, and salsa. And one of the great things that I like about the program, because a lot of people are kind of like, who are asking about it are looking at my food saying, well, that looks good, but I know for a fact, for example, I don't like salmon. They're like, I just don't think I could do that. Well, the good thing about the program is they do allow quite a bit of substituting. And so it's pretty flexible. So for example, one substitution they allow is like, for example, in week 1, if you look at one lunch and you're like, I don't like that. I know for a fact I don't like that. But I know I like this lunch from the other day. You can swap a meal for a meal, meaning you can swap a lunch for a lunch, or a dinner for a dinner, or a breakfast for a breakfast. But it has to be within the same week, meaning you can't take a week 2 lunch and swap it for a week 1 lunch. But you can do it within the same week. Another substitution that is allowed, for example, is let's say it calls for a cup of steamed kale. And you're like, well, I know for a fact I don't like steamed kale. But that's okay. What they allow you to do is look at all the other greenage vegetables that are out there, such as spinach and collard greens, and you can swap out for what you like. So there is quite a bit of flexibility with it. Now, part of the program is to try new things, and it is to broaden your taste buds and introduce foods to your body that you've never had before. I do highly encourage, if you do decide to do this, if you look at something and you're like, I don't know about that, for example, I think it's either tonight or tomorrow night. The meal is a root medley dish, and it's made up of beets and sweet potato. Well, I know we like sweet potatoes, but beets, a little apprehensive about it. My husband's even kind of making gaggy faces at me when I tell him that we're going to try it. But we've never had beets, so we can't even say we actually really don't like it. It just doesn't look appealing to us, but we can't base our taste buds off of our eyes. So we are going to try it as a family tonight. So even my kids are going to eat it. Now my son, he'll eat anything. Now my daughter, she'll be trying it just along with us, but as long as we try it, I'm happy. So, another thing I didn't do too well with yesterday was my water intake. I did not get the gallon done like I'd hoped, but now for the reset, a gallon is pushing it in terms of excess water. Minimally, what they say is they want you to consume half your weight. So if you take your weight and divide it in half, that's how many ounces of water you minimally need to drink a day. Now, they say based on that, they do prefer that you bump that up either to a gallon or half a gallon, depending on your weight. Because I know my husband, if he took his weight and divided in half, he'd be close to a gallon anyway. So he would want to go up to the gallon and a half. Whereas me, I'm about a little halfway closer to a gallon. So I don't know. It's just, so for me, a gallon's good. For my husband, it would be a gallon and a half. So I did minimally meet the minimum requirements for the water intake. But I do really want to try to push it for that gallon. So today I'm going to try to do some makeup work. So I'm going to try to drink the little bit that I had left from yesterday plus my gallon. So we'll see how I do with that one. So things are going good. I have actually decided to stay off the scale until the official end of day week. I can't talk. The end of week 1. So I will be posting about, any weight loss and measurements changes around then. So otherwise, I feel fine. I feel normal. So my headache that I had for the first couple of days is completely gone. I'm assuming that was related to probably caffeine withdrawal. Because I do drink coffee. I was drinking soda again. Shame on me. Because I had actually quit that habit, a while ago, and then I kind of let myself get back into it. But anyways, so I think that was more of a caffeine withdrawal. But other than that, I feel good. Feeling energized. I actually woke up before my whole household this morning at around 6, wide awake. That never happens. Usually at 6, I'm kind of groggy and wishing I could stay in bed another hour or 2 during the week. So I actually woke up at 6 this morning, wide awake, ready to start my day. So thought I'd take advantage of it and get up before my kids and my husband and do my video and get my pictures posted and all that stuff for my meals from yesterday. So, so today's day 5. We're almost done with week 1. Excited to see what changes come next. So, so I guess I will talk to you guys later. Have a good Monday. Bye.